Look, Mary May, I just happened to find myself in a poker game with some heavy wallets, and Bradley's name came up.
And who would those heavy wallets be?
Edward Quartermain, Lee Baldwin, Jack Boland. You know them?
The names are familiar, of course.
How are they connected to my father?
Well, I don't know that they are, Justice. But when Dr. Hardy mentioned that your father's body had been found, these three clammed up like they got an instant case of lockjaw.
Did they say anything?
No, but the looks that went around that room spoke volumes.
I want you to stop this. Now, this is ridiculous. Reading something sinister into the way people look at one another. And your speculation isn't going to change anything that happened. It's not going to bring my son back. Now, listen. The body has been found. We're going to have a service. And Bradley will finally rest in peace. I'm asking you again, please, respect my wishes and let it be, Luke.
Guess I didn't handle that very well.
Oh, no one could. My grandmother has spent years refusing to confront the events surrounding my father's disappearance. I've never completely understood why. You know, it's just not like her to keep her head in the sand. Even now, he's been found, all the evidence points to murder, and still it's like she just wants it to go away.
It ain't gonna go away.
No, it ain't. I won't let it. He was my father, and I want to know how and why he died. So, why don't you give me the lowdown on these jokers, and then you and I can figure out where to go from there.
Well, old Ed Quartermain and his friends pretty much run Port Chuckles.
It's old money?
Mm-hmm. Edward inherited some, but he made his fortune in pharmaceuticals. Over the last 30 years, he's pretty much built an empire here, second to none. He's got his hands in every pie I know of.
Jack Boland?
Jack Boland's a real estate developer, the biggest one around. He and old Eddie are cutthroat bosom buddies. Competitive, but friends. Lee Baldwin is a corporate attorney. Of course, he handles the account for ELQ. That's the Quartermain company. Lee was the mayor of Port Charles once, but don't let that step on you. So was I. They'll give anybody that office. The thing about Lee is he's deceptive. He knows enough, I'm sure, about every so-called law-abiding citizen in town to put us all away.
Sounds like an awful lot of power sitting around one table.
Yeah, and a lot to be aligned against one man. Now, given what your father stood for and fought against, I'm sure he was in their faces. And this crowd can play dirty.
Okay. So how would I go about making my own assessment of these guys?
You play poker?
I'm so happy to see you, girl.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I was worried that you'd be so overwhelmed that I would only get in the way.
Never. Not that it hasn't been like a zoo around here. We've had the press, and your friend Tiffany stopped by.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I tried to talk her out of it.
It's all right. Finding Bradley's body after all these years should be newsworthy. Justice had promised her full cooperation as soon as we bury his father.
What's it like having him here with you now?
It just feels like everything's going to be all right. You have your blessing. Look at these wildflowers. Lucky.
He brought them by?
Uh-huh.
I didn't tell him to do that.
You don't have to. He has instinct. I love that kid a bushel.
Oh, me too. I'm sorry. I didn't realize you had company.
Oh, speaking of pride and joy, this is someone I've been wanting you to meet. Oh, hi, baby. Laura Spencer, I would like you to meet my granddaughter, my son David's baby girl, Keisha Ward.
You wonder why I act so surprised. She's been telling me about her grandbaby for ages now, so And you expected this high with pigtails, right?
Look, you never sat long enough for pigtails, and she still doesn't.
It's wonderful to meet you, and I'm sorry that it's under these circumstances. Thank you. It was you who found my Uncle Bradley's body.
My husband and I, yes. Laura and Luke bought the old house on Royal Street, and you should see the way they're fixing it up.
I'd like to very much.
Oh, you're invited.
I don't really remember it. Just impressions, like...
Well, you were only 2 years old when I had to move.
I do recall climbing stairs, one step at a time. They were pretty slick, and I was afraid of slipping.
Well, that was my fault. I used to polish them to a high gleam.
And I think I remember playing in the backyard with my cousins, and somebody yelling at us to stay out of the flower beds.
Not me. I was the perfect grandma. I never raised my voice, no matter how spoiled, rotten you kids acted.
You are more than welcome to come and climb those stairs anytime you like, and not to worry in my house, because polishing stairs just isn't high on my list of priorities. Thank you. I'll take you up on that. Good. Actually, that is why I came by, Mamie. I know that you're going to be expecting loads and loads of family. We have so much room in that house, and Luke and Lucky and I want you to know that any overflow are more than welcome to stay with us.
Thank you. But I couldn't.
You must. Really, it seems right somehow. What synchronicity.
Thank you very much, Laura, but I think we got it together. But I'll consider it, and I'll think...
Sorry, Mamie, but Monty just took a fall and landed on his chin. Oh, I don't believe it needs stitches, but maybe you should take a look.
It never ends.
You want me to look after him?
No, not on your life. I need this distraction.
I'm grateful for it.
She really misses you, you know. Me too. Your friendship means a lot to her.
Oh, I just adore her.
That's nice. So, what do you really think happened to my Uncle Bradley?
Who is dead?